Hello, race fans, and welcome to Disc Golf Daily, the podcast that gets you caught up with disc golf news and growth in just 10 minutes. If you find something interesting, share the podcast with a friend. Now smash that volume button, and let's get to it. I certainly hope Alan Hester is listening from Anniston, Alabama. His PDGA number is 278837. He is one of the most recent members to join the PDGA. Welcome aboard, Alan.
Number one news story of the day.
Once again, UDisc is releasing their list of the world's best disc golf courses. Once a day for the next 10 days, they will tell us numbers 10 through 1. Number 10, Akeslund Disc Golf Center in Horby, Sweden. My apologies for all of the pronunciation on that. This is a new course to the list. It opened in 2022, and it looks like a beautiful property. Just goes to show, if you have a dream and some land and some landscaping equipment, you can create a really nice disc golf course. Thank you and congratulations to designers Nils Olsson and Lars Johnson for making this course. If you are in Sweden, you owe it to yourself to go give this course a visit.
What else is happening?
This would normally not be our second news story, but Temu discs have become PDGA approved as of yesterday. They have a lineup of 5 discs that are now PDGA approved, a putter, a mid, and 3 drivers, 1.8 centimeter rim thickness. And this says something pretty big about disc golf. It is now worth a random manufacturer's time in China to make golf discs. Number one, I hope this means disc golf in China can grow very quickly. And number two, we are big enough to warrant them doing that. I'm excited about the growth, even though a little later on we're going to show the PDGA is not growing as fast as we would hope. Perhaps disc golf is growing as fast as we would hope. And just to clarify, these discs are not put out by Temu. Temu is just a platform where you can go purchase them. They're put out by a company called X-UFO, by the Ace Mold Company Limited. There's a new company in disc golf, and it's good all around.
What else is happening?
Next, we're going to go over the Disc Golf Pro Tour All-Star format. There are 3 distinct days of competitions. Today, we're going to focus on day 1, Friday. By the way, if you don't have your subscription to Disc Golf Network, this is the time to get it. There are 3 competitions in the All-Star competition format: putting, accuracy, and distance. Call it controlled distance. And in addition to the 12 men and women All-Stars, each of those groups will have additional players that excelled in those categories. That'll make the competition just that much fiercer. The skills competition also is not team-based this year. These are for individual honors, and I think we're going to see some good-natured ribbing from these competitors, all of whom very badly want to win. Tomorrow we will review the team formats and matchups.
What else is happening?
Brian Earhart plays catch with James Conrad on the aptly named show Catch, which you can catch on Jomez Pro. One interesting thing, if you don't know, James Conrad is a very good juggler, perhaps a world-class juggler. He mentions that his ability to perform some high-release shots in disc golf is probably related to his experience learning how to freestyle. As anyone who has watched James play disc golf, they know he is primarily a backhand thrower. He says he does it as a matter of principle. Despite being able to execute some forehand shots, he likes the backhand throw more. He's more comfortable with it, especially within 300 feet. Definitely his favorite shot. He understands forehand shots can be useful, but he's more comfortable that his backhand is going to be able to get him there. I think a lot of this might have come from his father. His father taught him how to play. It was really nice seeing how tight their bond was. He credits his father with introducing him to the sport. He admires his dad's skill and his straightforward approach to playing disc golf. There's clearly a tight bond there, and it's potentially informative to dads that if you want to form a nice bond with your son or daughter, disc golf might be a great way to create a lifelong bond. After this interview, I like James even more than I already did. Thank you, Brian, for another insightful interview. By the way, that is a great series. If you want to catch up on some disc golf, watching Catch is a great way to do it.
What else is happening?
Ace Run has released the Savannah Open footage and grows by 400 subscribers. They were the fastest growing YouTube coverage channel this week. The final 6 of the Savannah Open features Isaac and Ezra Robinson, Grady Shue, and Cam Messerschmidt. The Disc Golf Nerds put out a pretty interesting article called The 4 Most Controversial Moments in Professional Disc Golf History. Easier for me to say. 2 of them are from the 2021 PDGA Pro World Championships. There was definitely the OB line issue, and then the Brody Smith renting out the driving range. Another one was the Paul Macbeth not making it into the Hall of Fame. That was definitely a fun one. And then the Pro Tour Awards controversies that came in after the 2021 season as well. I like that they talk about the incident, they talk about how disc golfers reacted, and they talk about the resolution, like how we grew and moved forward. Pretty nice article. Thank you, Disc Golf Nerds. And we will close today by going over PDGA Growth. We review events, disc and target approvals, and membership. Events, basically flat. At this point last year, we had 663 events. In 2024, we have 670, so a growth of 0.5%. On PDGA approval for baskets and targets, last year at this point we had 47. At this point this year, we have 24, so basically half as many. Not a positive sign right there. The PDGA has 75,073 current members. As we said earlier, the highest PDGA number is 278,837. We are on track for 125,375 members, or a retraction of 8.5% from where we were last year. So at this rate, we will get about 13,500 new members total. PDGA membership numbers definitely seeing the slump from COVID growth and people not sticking around at the same rate. Once we get through this year, maybe next year, the PDGA growth will probably get back to its 15% growth. And just so you know, even with this retraction, we're still on pace to eclipse the 15% growth from 2019 to from the end of 2024. So still very positive growth, but sometimes when you grow really fast, you have to correct and rebuild your foundation a little bit. On Thursday, we will review course growth via UDisc, which is another indicator of our sports health. That's it for us today. As always, if you have any questions, comments, or news stories, email us at discgolfdaily@aol.com. Have fun, throw them straight, and hit the thin gap.